The dream that we have is that the fluid head and the system that we are providing become like an extension of the body of the operator. He will have to have such an ease of use, all the levers and all the settings, that it will be automatically almost.
How would you describe Cartoni?
A very old style and old company with a passion for good mechanics, trying to help cinematographers to make nice images and trying to give the best possible tool to support their camera.
Well, when you said very old, how old is old?
Old is 90 years.
90 years?
Yes.
Congratulations.
The company was founded by my grandfather.
And now you're running it.
Yes.
Well, let's get to the exciting stuff first. What have you got that's new at NAB?
At NAB, we present our series of e-heads, which are encoded heads that will encode and transmit the angular data, position data, through an FX box, which will be connected to any computer with any engine, and will render the position data for virtual production, for augmented reality, for advertising in live shows, and all sort of uses where the angular data and the camera data are important to have. And this is something that we are looking and seeking for 5 years now. And today we have 11 supports containing those high-precision encoders with 4 million counts, which are beyond the perception of the precision, but that will enhance the position data of any camera in any application. And so we are very proud to show this innovation, which has been very well received by different branches of the industry, but not yet completely integrated, because one of the obstacles, but of the challenges of this, is that we have to talk to all the OEMs, because of course we give a small portion of the metadata that are needed. But then we have to coordinate that with camera, with lenses, with other tracking devices, and of course with the computers and the virtual engines. So it is complicated, but extremely challenging and extremely rewarding, because at the end the user finds an ease of flow of his work and a substantial saving of time.
Well, this is a type of camera head which we use, as you said, for motion capture or for video walls, where it tells us whether it's tilting or panning. Yeah. But then we also need to know lens data, which you don't cover at all.
No, but I can flow them, because I can stream the data of any camera, of any lens, through my VR box.
So you would get a feed from the lens, for
yes.
instance, or a feed from the camera into your
so
box.
We are working with all the lens manufacturers to integrate their protocols into our VR box.
Is there a standard yet?
The standard is coming. I'm working very closely with SMPTE because of course they are maniac of standards, and I will support them because sometimes some of the protocols are different. But the industry is understanding that unifying the protocols will be important in the future, because it will be ease the work of everybody.
Now, I hate to break it to you, but I don't do motion capture work and I don't do video wall work. I would like to, but I don't. Can I still get a Cartoni tripod?
Absolutely, yes. Because
what should I get?
You should get whatever. We do sizes that go from the tiny camera weighing a few pounds to the huge long lens and box lens camera weighing 200 pounds. We do everything in between. And we are encoding every single head of ours. So for now, we started with the big ones, but already the Focus 22, which is holding 22 kilos, which is 45 pounds, will be encoded. So that will be fine for you.
There's a lot of different construction materials. Wood, aluminum, carbon fiber. How do I decide which to get to support my camera?
Well, aluminum is the most sturdy, lightweight in our industry, so that would be the king of the materials that we have. Carbon fiber is nice for the sticks because it's robust and it's very lightweight. It's nice to cover some of the boxed components, but essentially it is aluminum. And the shafts will be brass or steel because they need an extra.
So when I'm picking a tripod, I need a tripod separate from the head. When I'm picking a tripod, am I looking purely at cost as well as the manufacturer?
You have to look at cost, of course, because cost is important. But you have to look at the quality. You have to look at the clamps. They have to be very positive. They have to hold. You don't want your camera to slip.
That would be bad.
You have to look at the torque because you don't want torque. You have to look at how they respond to vibration. Vibration is not good. And then you will pick if you need aluminum or carbon fiber. If you are shooting in Oregon, for instance, where it is so cold, you will pick carbon fiber because it doesn't have temperature elasticity. So there you would prefer carbon fiber. In other places, in a studio, aluminum is nice.
How about the head? How do we decide which kind of head to get?
It goes mostly according to the weight of your camera and how you will pack it, how many accessories you are going to put on top of it. And then you have to pick a head that will have a good counterbalance because the essential is to work when the center of gravity of your camera is exactly on the rotation center of the tilt, because otherwise you will be fighting against the weight. It's simple. And it becomes very intuitive for an operator. The dream that we have is that the fluid head and the system that we are providing become like an extension of the body of the operator. He will have to have such an ease of use, all the levers and all the settings, that it will be automatically almost.
Did you announce any new tripods?
We announced it's not a tripod. It's motorized elevation unit, which was very well received. It's called the Lifto 25. It adds another axis, motorized axis to PTZ cameras. It has been very well received all in the conferences and the houses of worship, universities.
There are a lot of camera support manufacturers out there. Why should someone consider Cartoni?
Maybe because we are so old and we have so much experience that you can rely on us.
Elisabetta, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Larry, for having me.